Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Klaus, this is my house, and today we're going to do some more Fallout 4 building at Kingsport Lighthouse. Now, I do need to end up filling in this area today, and we got to do some food and some decorating and stuff like that. And the things that I really need to start off with first are the food and the decorating and stuff like that, and the beds. The beds really are the important part of all of this. And the reason being because I ended up going to a few other settlements, and I stole some settlers from them in hopes that I can try and build this one up as fast as possible. I can start assigning stuff to people. 6 beds, no food, no water. So the thing to really do now is to go ahead and do some watery type stuff. I know you're going to go in here somewhere. I guess for now, just having the one is probably not a bad thing. It would be nice to have another, obviously. Oh, 40 water. Yeah, we don't really need to worry about that a whole lot. Now it's time for the food. We can stop pissing our settlers off. I'm thinking that the area just up here on the inside is probably the best place for that. Now, there is stuff up front, but I want to try and... Oh, hello. How's it going? Settler who is unassigned. This is where we're going to end up doing our food. You might actually be able to, now that I'm thinking about it, use the interior space as some sort of farming area as well. But for the moment, let's just start placing some fruit of the mutt out over here. And hope that we can get some people on that. How about you do some of that? Yeah, okay is right. So let's go ahead and continue with our walling off of this stuff over here. I'm thinking that we go ahead and we just use our regular old wooden fences, and you know, people can be all happy about that. Here we go. And we'll put one here as well. On the other side. There we go. Now, I guess it would have been interesting to see if I actually could have placed one of these guys here, which we cannot. Which again is perfectly fine. And as long as I can get them around here, everything is going to be kosher. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Okay, well, no. No. Let's do ourselves some of that. And then we can go like this, right? Oh. There we go. Ha ha ha! Thank you. There was someone who actually pointed that out to me earlier. Like, if you have an item selected, like the workbench, which I did have selected, it can be slightly problematic. Nice, and all of our power and stuff is going to stay. So that's actually really good. Maybe we want to cordon this section off. I don't think that this is actually useful in any way for defense, so I'm just gonna give that a yes. It's probably a good idea to section it off, and let's go ahead and put our stuff. We can't because of the stuff on the other side. That's fine. I'm not feeling like that's a terrible loss by any means. Is it this wire that's being the pain? Let's test it out. Yep, that was the wire. Okay, so we got that all worked out. Probably don't necessarily need all of this cordoned off, but we're going to do it anyway. And that way we can come over here. Can I actually get like a half one right there? Oh, I can. Cool. All right, that actually works out really, really well. I do like that. This is just kind of a little bit of a flow maker. I really was hoping that I would have more than just one person over here at this point. But it kind of is what it is. You know what we do need to do? We need to replace that with the proper decorations. We know that, son of a bitch, paintings, this is what we need. We know that the kittens rule all. So you will look at kittens when you do everything. Are you taking a poop? Kitten. Are you washing your hands? Kitten. Are you taking a bath? Kitten. Damn it. And this is gonna get a little weird, guys. Just know that I am the foremost lover of kittens. It's the best thing. What the fuck is all of this nonsense? Where are my damn kittens? Where are my damn kittens? Give me my fucking kittens. I know there's a big painting with kittens on it. Oh no, you didn't. You did not take that from me. How dare you? Oh, good. They're just closer now. And yes, it's the same. It's the same picture over and over again. But our settlers, they love that picture. All of the pictures. I'm down with it. These people are gonna be so in love with the kittens. Kittens are what they love. So in love with the kittens. Kittens are all that you need in this world. Don't you want a kitten to cuddle? Don't you want a kitten to cuddle? If you say no, you might be Satan. Because everybody knows that kittens are the best. Kittens, yeah. Kittens are the best. Everybody loves the motherfucking kittens. Kittens are the best. Kittens are the best. That's my rendition of Kittens Are the Best. I hope that you've all enjoyed it. I know that I thoroughly have. You can make recordings. You can share it with your friends. That is your song, free of charge. I'm thinking this area over here is actually a really good spot for food crafting stuff. Yeah. Let's allow them to spit over here. What the fuck is going on? There we go. We got ourselves a spit. For some reason we have that going on over there. We're gonna have ourselves like a little guy here, and they're gonna need a place to put their butts down. So we got to go back over to the seats, benches, and then we can give them some wenches. What's not not a modded thing? This one. That's not a mod. Chunk. There we go. This can be their thing for their little cookouts. Their stuff. Why is it still say it's going down? It's definitely not going down. You know what? I've been playing this game for a while, and I haven't noticed that it's actually nighttime yet. Maybe my time scale is still set to 1, which would be okay. I am not complaining about that whatsoever. Which actually is probably why some people aren't here yet. If the time scale is set to 1, then not enough time has passed, probably. What are we going to do up here? I suppose that we can just kind of section this area off. I don't have any sort of goals or plans or ideas or anything, honestly, for this section up here. Maybe the best thing that we can do is add some of our lovely turrets. Our turrets. Because, yeah, raisins. Can we really put one, like, right in there somewhere? That would be too funny. Is this like a good spot for them? I think that's a good spot for one of them. I think overall it's kind of a crappy spot for many of them. Oh yeah, there we go. We have done it. We have done it, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Alrighty tidy. Let's go ahead and do some more of our sectioning off of this junk. Miscellaneous. And then let's go over to this one. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. And there we go. Good. That should be good enough. And I'll use this one here. There we go. On the inside, I'm really not worried about it. So we'll just kind of do something like that. There we go. Now, need to get power. There we go. Oh, the power is real. Okay. And then one more like that, and I think we're pretty golden. And then this way, if for some reason that turret on the top goes out, it's not going to interfere with the other turrets in the front. Okay. So there we go. Now, let's hope in God mode. God mode! Alright, so we're all up here. We have our scavenging station in there. This is not a living area. The living area is going to be over in here, more or less. There is some stuff in the house, but we're not going to worry about that a whole lot. Oh, God. Hopefully that does not become a thing. Just would not want that throat thing to become a thing. That would be bad. Alright, so we're going to give them some storage and stuff like that. Probably also a good idea to give them some lights. I would prefer like a kind of a lamp type deal. Here we go with this lamp. There we go. Ah, you know what? That reminds me of our other ones. Are these guys working? Yes, they are. Okay, cool. So at least those guys have lights now. Alright. And then that's going to be one guard post. And we have guard posts there as well. So this, how about what we do is we kind of help them out. Containers, supplies. Supplies would be lockers. Yeah. We can help them out by allowing them to keep their stuff in the lockers as well. So this is maybe like more homey stuff. And then this is like weaponry for them to, keep their stuff safe. Now this over here can be not so much like a lounge area, but maybe like another food area, where we can try and put some larger tables. Maybe something like that. Whoops. Come on. Yeah, like right in the middle. Right in the middle should work. All right. And then we're going to need to give him some chairs. Now, I'm a little bit worried about... what is this? Oh, that's pretty badass. Oh, maybe the bench is what I want for the back. Whoa. Institute benches are weird. I don't know how exactly we would implement those. Oh, we don't want benches. We want actual chairs. My mind is in the gutter. Okay, where are like the folding ones? Because we're not putting any nice fancy chairs out here. There we go. Alright. go. And whether they can actually sit in these is to be seen. But, you know, it doesn't matter necessarily. It does just kind of create an area, an atmosphere. Come on. There we go. All right, so we have plenty of seating for these guys over here where they can have their good stuff, their meals and all that crap. I'm kind of thinking this area here, we can add another table, but this one is definitely a card table. This is a fun table. There we go. And then we can go back into our chairs. And these guys can deal with that stuff. Man, people are beeping their horns outside. Whew. They need to have some more patience. Alright, there we go. That stuff's all good. And then these guys can just, you know, they're keeping an eye on the Pridwin. They're watching where those vertibirds are going. You know, just all in all, being helpful, which is always nice. Are you fucking serious? Wow. Hopefully that hasn't been like that for the past 30 minutes. Jesus, that would suck. Because I'm not going back and redoing this shit. It is what it is. Oh, I blew by those. There we go. This is the security door that I want. And it will go in there. Great. Wait. There we go. Okay, great. So we got that going. That should, for the most part, help to counteract anything that's going to be kind of dumb. I feel like this side is getting off a little bit easy, maybe. How about what we do is we add some turrets. 2, 2, 2. And then this doesn't matter. Alright, so we're just going to do some more defenses to kind of wrap this puppy up. Ooh. Alright. And power. Oh, I actually really like the way that that has been set up. So again, this is just another way that power is going to get all over this settlement. I think this is probably one of the better power things that I've done. There's just so much power running all over the place. Could probably even pull power around from the other side of this if I really, really wanted to. Just to connect it even more. I can't imagine that it would get taken out that bad. I think that's probably good enough for at least there. I suppose I was also talking about not having enough interior defense. So that might be something that's actually worth looking at now. As essentially I won't have much else. The other good part about that, well, actually, don't need that. Don't need that one. I'm not going to put too many in because I'm already feeling pretty confident in the fact that we're going to be able to fend off most of these guys and girls that decide to attack us because they're poop heads. So I'm not super 100% worried about it. This is going to reach there. No, it doesn't like that. These ones will go there. How far out can you go? There we go. And can we get you up here? We can. So same thing that we're doing on the other side. We can do that. And we should be pretty damn good here. Let's do that. And just in case, for some odd reason that these guys are getting taken out. Alright, there we go. And there we go. Is that it? That looks pretty much like it's it. Okay, so we do have some interior protections as well. I should probably actually go ahead and do some good old defenses. Just to protect the power. Really? Well, I guess we're going to use these ones then. And all right, that's probably pretty good. Actually, kind of surprised that those weren't going to go. And then yeah, let's not cut this guy off too much. He's already probably lost a little bit of a line of sight. In fact, we really just need to cover our asses on these guys. It's the one big gap. That's probably fine. All right. It's all about connecting our protector. Connecting our protectors. Wow, protecting our connectors. Oh no, not too bad. This is a super laser civilization that I got going on up here. Holy moly. Also thinking about changing this to a missile, but that could be really bad. That could be really, really bad for us. Oh, hey. Glowing mutant hound. How? Eyes on my back. Yeah? How's this gonna go? Oh, you saw him. You see him. I'm supposed to see how far this one is actually gonna get in here. That was pretty good. You know what? I should probably even just fudge an attack or something like that. That person looks totally 100% harmless. I should probably go talk to them. They don't seem like they really have much to do over there. Where's that? Have I been there? I've probably been there. Okay. I'm really trying to think here what else we need. We have food, we have water. We don't have a lot of food necessarily, but I don't have a whole lot of settlers either. But I have beds for 10 individuals. This up here, I feel like, is the most lacking section. It just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot here. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not 100% sure about yet. We just have so many turrets already, so much defense. We have 420 defense. It's kind of like, what's the point of building more defense? Maybe what we go ahead and do... No, I don't even think that's necessary. Power armor, maybe? I think that's pretty much what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Is just build some power armor stations. If I could, yeah, some power armor there. Maybe a suit of it here. There we go. And yeah, that's pretty much. That's so awkward, even. You know what? I actually have a better idea. That. Yeah, let's not do it. Stores. Everybody loves stores, and I'm thinking weapons. I always like to have a weapon vendor, just because you never know what's gonna happen. So let's get our weapon vendor. Actually, let's put that person here, and we can get in armor. Get them going right over here, maybe. Maybe what I do is I kind of jut out a little bit, try and leave some room so that people really can get all over this settlement. So we'll have a weapon guy here. We got the armor guy there. Still plenty enough room to walk and get up here for literally no reason. It is just kind of nice. Again, it's all about the layers and all that stuff. So it kind of is what it is, and I'm okay with that. I have a little shop section there. This is literally kind of useless. You don't want to block the flow to that. Oh, whoops. Damn it. No. Uh-oh. Oh. Wow, that is bugged. That is super bugged. I won't worry about it though. Alright. Oh, this is a bad idea. I don't think I thought about that. Well, if we could get this... What on God's green earth provoked me to put that there? Jesus Christ. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to do something like that then. And that should... Oh God, let's just hope our settlers don't freak out about that. Thanks, Bethesda, for making people so damn finicky about how they walk up shit. Kind of is one of those things. You just got to roll with punches. And then you get the munches. And then you're gonna build some fancy things. Gonna build fancy things. Gonna build fancy things. Gonna build fancy things. Do we turn this collision off here? I'm just gonna say no because I don't wanna. There we go. Well, okay, so we've resolved that issue before it even began. This up here probably would also have plenty of room to do some farming over here. So let's remove these bushes, and I'm just going to throw some trees in there, just because. Eventually, I'm sure we're going to end up needing it, and we can get some good farm stuff going. And you know what? The farmers with their pitchforks and all that shit, they're going to be our early responding force, right? When someone attacks the lighthouse, the farmers are going to be the first ones to pull out their pitchforks and stab some super mutant or gunner or just whatever random assholes decided to attack us that day. All in all, guys, I think we're pretty much done. I would have liked to start this off a little bit differently. I think all in all, it kind of came out pretty well, but I want to go back more towards the style of Boston Airport. Now, I had about a 2-week break between doing that build and this one, and I don't want to say that I fell out of my groove, but I think I kind of lost sight of where I was headed with that Boston Airport build. That one was very well planned out right from the get-go. This one was a little bit more hodgepodgey, and I think that's the point I'm trying to make, is I want to get back to something that is a little bit less hodgepodgey for the next one. Now, I also, in a stream, basically said, and I don't have it up here, I basically had said that I wanted to do a certain settlement next, and I think it was Egret Tours Marina, but one can't be sure of these things. You gonna come over here and get shut up? I would appreciate that. But I think what we're gonna end up doing is going to Finch Farm. Now, why is that? Once I have someone here, I'm going to put them on their way to Finch Farm. But I kind of have these tangled webs of supply lines. In fact, I need to put Zamonja onto Starlight Drive-In here pretty soon. Sunshine, ooh, you're probably going to go to the Starlight as well. But essentially, I have these nodes where certain groups of settlements are linking to each other. So basically, Starlight Drive-In is feeding supplies to these 4 bases, and then it all links up back at the castle. And then these 3 guys here, well, the 2 I should say, are linking up at Hangman's Alley, and then Hangman's Alley is going back to the castle. I thought about pulling this one up, and maybe I still will do Egret Tours Marina up here, but just because there's only these guys down here, and I think there's also one somewhere over here, I want everything to go through Murkwater construction site. So boom, boom, and then Murkwater is going to go back to the castle. I don't know if this is going to necessarily drive all of the settlement building, here on out, but I pretty much am decided that, you know what, this one is probably going to go to Starlight. Now that I'm looking at it, probably a Starlight settlement. I don't want to bulk up too many nodes, but that might end up being the case. But yeah, these 6 settlements right here are all going to go to Finch. So I'm going to start on Finch Farms next, and just try and build up like a trading center over there. And hopefully we can kind of do it in the ilk of the way we've been doing a lot of these things. Come on. Oh, okay, I guess I killed it. That's what you get for charging it up. Anyways, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please let me know down below in the comment section. I guess the other thing, too, is like I was saying, if you like the more hodgepodge stuff and just kind of seeing what grows out of it, like this nonsense here, and like to see me fiddling with things more than kind of having a set idea, let me know that. If that's what you guys are enjoying, that's what you guys deserve to be watching. If you like me planning things out a little bit more, then I'll go ahead and I'll try and do something more Boston Airport style, where I like lay out my foundations. I say we're doing this here, we're doing that there, these are going to be houses, and go on more like that. Finch Farm probably won't be subject to that line of commenting and stuff like that. And if I get something split down the middle, which invariably will happen, then I'll just try and incorporate little aspects of both to try and please as many people as possible. It's not possible to ever please anybody 100% of the time, but it is what it is. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, like I said, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, great night, whatever it is to you, and I will see you back here next time for some more Fallout 4 building.